I'm Mike.
And I'm Adam.
And this is Stuff and Waffle. Two friends talking about stuff, and often as not, waffling with frequent reference to Bond cars.
I screwed up this week. I have to admit, I've not done my homework.
Oh dear. Go on.
Please,
tell
sir,
the ladies
I've not
and
done my
gentlemen.
homework.
Right.
Oh, I just
Tell
forgot.
them specifically what you've not done.
I just forgot. I have failed to prepare my Two Truths, One Lie for this week. I was convinced until about 10 minutes before we started recording that it wasn't my turn, and then I suddenly remembered that it was.
Oh dear.
In my defence, we are recording a day early.
Yeah, I will defend you slightly. I'm grateful for you being able to do it a day early. However,
But
all is not lost. All is not lost. My homework for next recording has already been done. So what I'm going to do is I will reel off another 3, and then you'll just have to do.
Then I'll hit you twice in a row, and we'll be back on track. I at least won the last one, so I'm not falling even further behind.
No, so this could be to tie, but then I've got 2 attempts to claw back.
You've then got 2 attempts in a row to claw it back. I have done, however, another piece of homework that I did remember for this episode. I just didn't do that piece of homework. So
okay, well we'll go on to that and make sure it's the same bit of homework that I'm thinking of. Because if it isn't, then I've not done it.
Then you we're really on this, aren't we?
But we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So
right. You will save us. You will throw yourself on that grenade.
I will. I'm not all heroes wear capes, obviously.
As we are well aware.
Yes. All right. Let's hit you with 3 little treats.
Okay.
Statement number 1. The Porsche VW project that produced the Cayenne and the Touareg was codenamed Alaska.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Touareg and Cayenne. Okay, just making my notes.
Very good.
Interesting. Okay.
We've arrived back at the Jaguar XJ220 for statement number 2.
Oh, lovely.
The Jaguar XJ220 borrowed parts from various cars.
Mm-hmm.
The seat frames were from the BMW Z1.
Okay. I have no idea if that's true, but okay. Seat frames.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose it's all got to come from somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah. And particularly, I thought, I'm going to throw another one in after last week.
Yeah. Well, we all like a bit of XJ220 action, let's be honest.
That's it. The official fuel consumption of the Mercedes-AMG 1 supercar is 32.5 miles per gallon.
32 mpg. Sorry, say the car again. Mercedes.
The Mercedes-AMG 1 supercar.
Gotcha. 32 mpg. Okay.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yes.
What do you think of those?
Oh, they're horrible, aren't they?
Ooh, well, when you say they're horrible, are you looking at the AMG one, or are you looking at the statements and going?
I'm not actually, but let me, because I'm allowed to look up the car. I won't look up that fact, but let me just look at a picture. AMG 1, here we go. Oh, yes. Okay, gotcha. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Just for the record, I don't like it.
No, it's not the worst attempt at a supercar, it has to be said.
No, but we're of that era now of going, you know what? you got to do better than that and go, oh yeah, but it's Formula One derived, just got an F1 engine. I'm like, I don't care. I really don't care.
No, I'm not interested.
Mm.
I find a lot of supercars quite disappointing, actually.
Mm.
Visually, I think a lot of them look the same, and because they have to be so obsessed with aerodynamics and things like that, they end up just all kind of making the same thing.
Quite.
Yeah, I find supercars quite disappointing. It's not really my thing. I do apologise for the noisy cat.
Not too bad. The noise suppression is just about coping. We're getting a hint of meow. A hint.
He's trying to tell me which one is true and which one is a lie, I think.
No, I think he's probably trying to tell you he's had a stealth shit somewhere.
It would have to be very stealthy because I can't smell anything at the moment. But it might get me in a minute. That does sometimes happen.
Yeah. They do that.
Right.
Initial thoughts on that lot.
Okay, I have no idea about any of them. 32 MBG seems quite good for a supercar.
It's quite palatable, isn't it?
It's almost sensible, isn't it? That yes. So that I struggle with. The Jag seat frames from BMW. I mean, that car was such a parts bin special, wasn't it, in the end? I don't know. I find that plausible, given that we touched on that last time, and it had Vauxhall bits, and well, at least the prototype did.
I was going to say the concept car.
Yeah,
did. Yeah,
concept car did, but then the finished car had Rover bits. So I mean, that isn't any better, is it really? Project Alaska from VW and Porsche. Something in the back of my mind, I might have heard that or read that somewhere. I've got an inkling that might be true, but I can't say for certain. MPG for the Mercedes. It seems too good, but then it is a Mercedes. It will be perfect. And the Jag's just going to be a pile of old bits, isn't it? So I think I might jump in here.
Oh, you're going 2 feet.
I might have a bold early call here on this one without thinking about it, without overthinking it too much. I'm going to say Project Alaska is true. I'm going to say XJ220 seat frames is false. Oh, at least them being from BMW. Obviously, it does have some seat frames. And the AMG 1 MPG 32, I'm going to say is true. So I'm going to say true, false, true.
True, false, true. So, this to tie.
Yeah, this brings us. If I've got this, that brings us up in line again. Yeah.
All square at 4-4.
Yeah.
I can reveal that the scores will remain at 4-3. Oh dear. I apologise profusely while grinning like a loon.
Damn.
Damn indeed.
That would teach me to jump in fairly quickly, won't it? Right, come on then. What's the deal here?
So the deal is the Porsche VW project that produced the Cayenne and the Touareg was in fact codenamed Colorado.
I wonder if that's what I was thinking of.
So
I can see why you chose Alaska. Yeah,
that's entirely why I went for it, because Colorado and Rockies and such like, and I thought, well, no, let's go somewhere else that's quite mountainous.
They are geographically similar. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
I'm sure people from Colorado. I can't even say it. Never mind. Never mind. Forget it. I'll abandon that sentence.
So yes, I thought, right, I'm going for it, and God blimey, you bit.
I
the proverbial fish that you were.
thought I'd read that somewhere. I thought I'd read that somewhere, but it was I just the back of my mind. But maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
So that indeed makes the Jaguar XJ220 true. The seat frames were indeed from a BMW Z1. The reason for this is because they were some of the only ones they could find that would mount low enough to the floor.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That was the reason for choosing them. You were correct on the last one, obviously. The official fuel consumption of the Mercedes-AMG 1 supercar is indeed 32.5 mpg.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
Yeah, it's impressive, but I suppose it's only impressive when the car is working. They've got a bit of bad press for not being utterly reliable things.
A supercar, not reliable, surely not.
Yeah, but from the Germans, you would expect more.
It's true. It's Mercedes, yes. Okay.
Yeah, I was a little bit cross about that. If I was the one spending, probably upwards of 2 million for one of those.
I think I would require a level of dependability for that money. Yes.
Hang on, let's not speculate. I mean, let's Mercedes AMG 1 price. The initial base price was around £2.4 million, $2.72 million. Okay,
that's a number now.
It is. I was right to go over the 2 million mark. That pricey little boys. Those. And you can genuinely keep it for that. If I'm spending a couple of million on a car, then it's not going to be that one.
No, it isn't.
No, although maybe that should be a challenge one day, because we do speculate and go, what can you get for £5,000 or £10,000?
We've done a lot at the low end of the market, haven't we? Yes. How much can you spend?
For okay. Well, maybe we should shoehorn that into a segment.
Yes, that would be quite an interesting one, actually. Yeah,
because that's actually, while you think it's a lot of money, there's probably quite a lot of selection for that.
I would think so, because there's quite a lot of people, frighteningly, who do have that sort of money to spaff on a supercar. So...
Yeah, and it's not limited to new cars either. Is it? You could get a tasty classic for that.
That's true. You could, you could get a tasty classic, which is an excellent YouTube channel, but it's nothing to do with this.
Okay, right. We've both decided we don't want a Mercedes-AMG 1, but we will. Let's take. I'm going to give you some homework. See if you remember it this time. But you do need. The initial base price is £2.4 million. That is your budget. You can only buy one car for that, and it has to be significantly more desirable than that Mercedes.
Well, it's going to be a classic.
Okay.
It just will be.
Yeah. Okay.
Or so massively spec'd up Aston Martin DBX. No, I'm joking, of course.
Yeah. That would finish the podcast, I'm afraid.
It's all done.
Yeah,
they were ever such good friends, and then he did that.
Yeah. So what we'll do is, I'm going to have to say that it has to be within tolerance as well. You can't undershoot and go, well, actually, I found something for $1 million. I want something for
okay.
We'll have a sort of 10% tolerance
be in the
on that.
Yeah, okay. For 2.4 million or 10%, either way. Yes.
Yeah, that's all right. Because if it's over, some haggling could occur. So yeah,
10% absolutely.
Either way,
plus or minus 10%. Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
That's your homework for the week.
Okay. Plus, come up with 2 sets of questions.
Oh you're stacked out. Right, I do have something, but you mentioned homework from the previous episode. So would you be so kind as to remind me, just to make sure I've done it, and if I haven't, then the egg will be on my face for this one.
We said we were going to have a look at the BYD website and not necessarily spec a car, but find something from their range that we just about found acceptable.
Fine, I did this. I wrote it down.
Cool.
It's been a bit all go this end.
You could say that. Yeah.
So I'd forgotten I'd done that. I do have that written down.
Very good.
So I did go to the website and then immediately ended up on the US website, and I'm like, oh, hang on, no, I don't want this.
As did I. If you Google it, you do land on the US one. I don't, for some reason. Yeah.
Yeah. So I ended up properly on the UK version of it, and I ascertained really quickly that there's a lot there I don't want. However, I have settled on a vehicle that I find the most desirable out of their range. I'm not saying I find it a desirable car in general, but it's not too bad.
I'm the same. Yeah, I'm the same.
So I get the feeling there's probably going to be a relatively short segment.
Well, it's not a massive range, is it?
No. So I have ended up at the BYD Seal.
Yes.
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 It's the only thing that's not SUV or crossover or utterly hideous.
Yes, it is. It's the only choice. It is absolutely the only choice, and it's actually, for what it is, not a bad-looking old thing.
No, it's all right to look at, and it doesn't look too shabby inside. Good amount of tech, good amount of range, all of the things you'd want in an EV.
Very disappointing range of colours.
Yeah, well, I think you could say the same for a lot of vehicles these days.
True. Yeah, true.
So the next bit is they don't do. There's all sorts of configuring that you can do, but what's interesting is if you want the all-wheel drive one, you're gonna be in and around sort of 45 to 50 grand.
Yeah. Depending on other specs you choose. Yeah.
Not horrendous, but I mean, I didn't look at second-hand ones, but I can imagine the depreciation on a Chinese EV is monumental. It's like flagship French cars, like Citroen C6 or whatever. Or some of the more luxurious Peugeots. You get, nice cars, but the second you buy one, you go, oh, that money's gone.
Well, I've just done a quick Auto Trader search for BYD Seals. I have sorted by price. The cheapest there, which is only it's a 2024 car, so it's at most a year old, is up for 29,400.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Yeah, we're heading towards half its original price in 12 months.
Yeah, it's there or thereabouts, isn't it? So yeah, that without any research, that's proved my point, and you've just
very quick cursory search on Auto Trader has revealed you are in fact correct, and in fact all of them here are in the 30s. Or in fact, that's Auto Trader being sneaky, where they sneak in another car as a kind of priority advert, like they do. Yeah, no. They are all. In fact, I'm now at the bottom of the page, and I'm still looking at numbers that start with a 3. Yeah, you've got to get quite a way down. I mean, several pages down before they creep up over 40. So I'd say there's 50 cars there that are all below 40 grand.
Yeah, they've lost a bit. it hasn't stopped me seeing a lot of BYDs this week. The stuff that I've been doing this week has led me to be travelling about all over the place. And
Yeah, well said. Yes.
and parking in car parks, they are way more plentiful because I think they're almost a bit street furniture on the road. They're quite nondescript.
Yes. Yeah.
However, in a car park, when you've got a little bit more time, they are very prominent. So
they're everywhere, aren't they?
they will be. Well, they're going to continue to be everywhere and get more and more plentiful, aren't they?
So they are.
Yeah. Well, and I'd hope to have a go in one relatively soon because someone will buy one that we know.
Someone we know will buy one. That's very true. Yes, yes, and we'll get a cracking one. I'd be interested to try it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think be genuinely surprised at how good they are. They're just that little bit. I don't know. It's just a bit boring at the moment.
Well, it is. It could you describe it as a sensible choice? I suppose it is.
Ish.
Yeah. But the Seal is the only one of the bunch I would even consider. Because I don't want an SUV. I don't want a crossover. And the way it looks does matter, and that's the only one I find even remotely acceptable. So.
No, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was interesting because I'd never properly looked at. But I was surprised at how many cars they're doing. I didn't realise they had that many out already. But I was disappointed with the option. There really isn't many options.
I didn't delve that deep. I just
I did dip into the configurator, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 choices of colour, all boring. 2 choices of interior. You can match the exterior, or you can have black.
Lovely.
And there is 1 choice of wheel.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh, and you can choose all-wheel drive or rear drive. It doesn't change the options though. It just makes it a bit cheap.
Yeah, no,
That's it.
I'm all right at the moment.
There's nothing else to choose from. That is the only options you get. So you've got like a pale blue, white, black, a dark blue, a dark green, and a grey. That's it.
It's a bit boring, isn't it?
Yeah, and even got a red. So
no, must try harder. Okay.
And as for both drivers of red cars at the moment, that's a serious omission.
Yeah, that's gonna bother me. Well, and you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like a red.
Yeah. No, that's fine. All right. Well,
interesting.
We'll keep our eye on them. But there's potential. Let's give them that.
Well, they're going to sell well. They're going to be everywhere. They just like you say, it's already happening. So
yeah, you are correct. Okay, so I've got a little something from some of my tasks over the past few days.
Okay.
It's I wasn't expecting this. This came up today.
No, I'm wondering where we're going with this. I can't.
So, I came across now this. We discussed this car. Now I can't remember whether we discussed it off air or while recording an episode of the pod. Now I was, and it was talking about a Ford Sierra Estate that my granddad owned. God, it would have been.
I can't remember if that was on air or not, but I do remember the conversation. Yes.
No, so I think going back. So I'm pretty. It was an '84 car that he had for 5 years, flogged it at
That's
the
a
end.
first. That'll be first generation Sierra then.
Yeah. So he bought that and then
Oh.
flogged it either end of 89 or into 90, something like that.
Okay.
And what I remember telling you this specific detail about it, that it had a front end on it that I'd not seen on any other Sierra. And I now have a photograph of it. So I'm going to festoon you with that.
Do photo me up, yes.
Which is not very good for podcasts, but we'll pop it in Discord for everyone else. And we'll also describe it while we're having a little look at it. Right, that's you. Send that. There we go.
Ah. Interesting. Okay.
So
and that was that factory?
As far as I know, yes.
Okay. Interesting. That's very rare if it is.
So for the dear listener, actually, let's make an assumption here. So we got the two headlights that you would expect.
Yeah, on a Mark 1 Sierra. Yes.
Yeah. And inset from those are two, what to the untrained eye, presumably fog lights.
Fog lights or driving lights?
Maybe, but I mean, yeah, they're potentially too high to be fog lights, but they're fog light size. Let's go with that, actually.
They are smaller than the headlights, yeah. And the grille is the slatted one that you still got on the early lower ranking Sierras.
Yes, but not the grey version of the really basic ones. This is body colour.
True, which would make this a GL?
GL sounds...
yeah.
GL does sound familiar.
Yeah.
But yeah, so...
Yeah. Okay.
I was so pleased to find that photo.
That is lovely, isn't it? And if that's factory, that must be incredibly rare.
Yeah, because it was annoying me, because I was starting to doubt myself whether
I thought you imagined it. Yes.
I made this up, but no, I didn't.
So I can't find another one anywhere. But
there it is. I will, like I said, I will pop it on the Discord for everyone. When this airs, I'll pop that photo up on the Tuesday.
On the A plate, that's a very early Sierra, isn't it? Very early Sierra. Yeah. What would that make it? 82, 83?
My initial
It's
punt...
got to be, hasn't it? Which is when the Sierra came out. That's a really early one.
Hang on, let's ask the internet, because I had a punt at 84. Yeah, so A-Reg cars in UK prefix with A were registered between August 83 and July 84.
Right, okay.
So my 84 punt, I think, was correct.
Yeah, you're probably right. Ford Sierra launched now. Yes, Ford Sierra was launched in September 82, so it is an early one. Yeah, okay.
Now, do you want to know something interesting?
Well, as if what we've talked about so far isn't interesting enough.
No, I mean, that's fascinating. And when people see the photo, they will understand why we're fascinated.
They will, yeah.
What's even more fascinating is I took it upon myself to do some research into the car.
Okay.
And I found some very interesting little factoids about it. So I'm just going to fire up my notes. This is showing that I'm really not prepared. And because we were messing about with technology, I'm signed into the wrong thing.
We did have some technical issues this evening, yes.
Yes, thank you, Microsoft. Arsehats.
Yes.
So let's put that. Hang on, this is me remembering a password on the fly rather than going, I'll use password manager. There we go.
Very good.
So we're all right. I'm back in. So here's the details. So registered 25th of June 84.
Okay, very good.
Fine. Absolutely fine.
Ooh.
What's interesting is it then, being an old Sierra, was off the road.
Of course.
These things happen.
Yes, they do.
Do you know what's utterly fascinating? That car is back on the road.
It lives.
Now,
Ooh,
there's a caveat here.
that's... Mm.
Sort of.
So, right.
So, this is where it gets really interesting.
Ooh,
When
it
I
is.
looked at the history on it, I'm like, hang on, this doesn't make sense. That's the first portion is like, oh, this is correct. This is what I would expect. But then we get to a really odd quirk in its history, and it goes, it was registered again in 2006. Like, what?
What, re-registered?
Re-registered under the same plate. However,
Okay.
it was re-registered as a Robin Hood kit car.
Ah. Ah. I think I see what's happened here.
Yeah. You've got it. You've got it.
I think I see what someone's done here.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So I'm gonna take a guess that maybe the whole car isn't all in one place anymore.
Exactly that.
Yes.
So yes, that is now living
Wow.
as a Robin Hood kit car, which is sort of a Lotus 7
Yeah.
esque replica with the underpinnings of my granddad's Sierra.
Wow. Look at that. Look at that. It hasn't been MOT'd for a while, though. It is on Sawn.
Yeah.
I've just looked it up myself, but nevertheless.
Yeah. But considering it was gone for some time and then
Yeah.
lived again,
Lived until at least 2008. It was still being MOT'd until 2008.
yes, that is correct.
Odometer at 64,000 miles. Well, very low mileage example, so.
But
Wow.
yeah, bit of an interesting one, that.
That's nice, isn't it? That it has, in some form, some bits of it have lived on.
Because I thought I would have never have said that would have made it to the millennium in any way, shape, or form.
What, an 84 Sierra estate? No, not a chance.
But some bits of it did.
Some bits of it have lived on somewhere else. I'm guessing it's not going to be the bodywork.
No, I think that bit's the main cause for it to not be on the road. But yes, I was.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I was most pleased about that.
Oh, I love a Sierra estate. That's really good.
And especially a quirky one like that. That's
with that really unusual grille. That's. I wonder if that was a factory option or a dealer option even that just nobody went for. Because Ford did do that, didn't they? They had a lot of stuff that the dealer could fit for you. And I wonder if they I wonder if they could change the grille.
Yes, I wonder. Because I did quiz my dad on it and said, do you remember any of the sort of reasons?
Did he pay extra for that or something? Yeah.
And my dad said, and basically until we saw that photo, he's like, do you know what? I forgot that Sierra was even a thing. I'm like, okay, good. You're going to be of no use here.
He's certainly not going to remember a detail like that if he'd forgotten the whole car.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's it. Well, yeah, a bit of nostalgia there. So what that does mean is, while the rummaging continues in those sort of archives, I should be digging out some other cars as well, because there will be photographs of other ones that we've mentioned on here. And I think it's almost worthy of a. I know we set one up the other day, a new channel, but maybe a memory lane one on Discord.
That'd be good. I know my dad has a photo library of his own past cars, but also cars that he press cars that he had when he was.
Of course, yeah. His
working
library
as a
will
motoring
be
journalist. Yeah.
staggeringly vast.
And there's all sorts of things in there, including some 911s for you. So
I've seen one of them already.
you have seen, yes, you have seen the 911. Yeah, that's very true. Actually, yes.
Yeah,
that would be a really interesting thing to do there on Discord. Yes, that would be great. Good idea.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'll get that set up, and I'll also go rummaging for a few more because there are some Volvos that we've spoken about. The trusty old Astrovan that my dad had. Which, to my knowledge, exceeded 200,000 miles.
Wow, that's quite a lot for an Astrovan.
Yeah, that thing was used heavily.
While we've been talking, a little googling here. I have found a photograph here of a Sierra with that grille on it.
Please festoon me.
It's a weird photograph. The Ford Sierra Mark I Hella grille with fog lights is what it was called. Grill. Okay. Oh, somebody here. Okay. Somebody here is actually selling the grille panel. They want €200 for it. New old stock Ford Sierra Mark I Hella grille with fog lights. Okay, let me send you.
I've just done some googling myself, and yes, you are entirely correct. The Hella grille.
Oh, there's another one there. There's another one there on Flickr. 83 Ford Sierra 1.6 base, and it's got that same. That's even in the same colour as your dad's. Oh, there's a red one. There's a few here actually, so it was a thing.
Just not a thing that we were used to seeing.
No, there's another one there. Let me festoon you with that. Yeah, it was indeed a thing.
There it is. There's a link. Yep. Look at that. Absolutely tremendous. Okay, so we've learnt something there.
We have. I didn't think there was anything else to learn about Sierras, but there you go.
That's
lovely great stuff.
So
and that advert is new old stock, so it's a genuine Ford thing. It's
okay, so
it looked a bit too good for somebody to have done that to their own car.
But it's just that the people at the quick googling here. Now you've pinned down the name of it. So they're saying that the labeling is spot/fog lights.
Okay.
Which I can.
Yeah, there we go. There's a picture of a box there with one. Yeah, Hella D fog lamp grill.
Just okay. Well, there we go. We've learnt.
We have, haven't we? There you go. Well, if anyone else wants to look that up and do some research, HELLA grill for the Mark I Ford Sierra. Check it out. It's not actually clear whether that was a genuine Ford part.
No. Everything I've sort of come across while just clicking around, which is just superb for podcast.
That's great, isn't it? This, yes. Google imagery search for a podcast is spot on.
It looks too good to be a bit of a turd. It looks like a genuine part.
Yeah, I think it is. It's not something somebody's done. I think it was something you could buy. Did Was that car brand new to you, Dad, or used?
I'm almost certain that he bought it new, but I will go off and confirm.
Because if he bought it brand new, then that grill, either he fitted it himself or it came from the dealer like that.
Okay, I'll report back on that.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, but yeah, leave that with me. That's my homework.
Yeah,
as well
okay.
as finding a £2.4 million car.
Yeah, obviously, because we really need one of those.
Well, but it would butter the parsnips, wouldn't it? Let's face it.
Oh, it certainly would.
Okay.
Oh, lovely stuff.
That was a genuine little treat for my week, that one, and an otherwise.
That's really good. That's really good. Yes, in an otherwise pretty depressing week. Yes, that's a little nugget there. Yeah,
little ray of sunshine.
Yeah. I love an old Sierra. I love anything to do with an old Sierra.
Yeah, well, who doesn't?
Yeah.
No, it's absolutely wonderful. So let's get serious for a minute.
Guys,
before we round off, there was a knock on my door today. Yeah. Of late, I could do without those. However, today the man was bedding gifts. I sit here, proud owner of Le Mans tickets.
Oh, you're there. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's happening.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're all set.
So we've got our admission stuff, we've got our tunnel stuff, we've got our camping malarkey, got stickers for the car. All of the bits and bobs are in there. And what we're going to do is, this year, we learnt from the last time of trying to record trackside that options are limited. And when I say that, options are limited in the sense of we are incredibly restricted in terms of mobile phone signal.
Yes.
From Friday onwards.
Yeah, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, that amount of people descending onto one place and all going, well, my phone connects to that one mast over there. Good luck with that.
Yes. Yes, the technology isn't quite designed for that.
No. Nope, they need a bit of more of a gaping bandwidth, see? So this time, we're going to get the recording in early.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I'm going to be there from the Wednesday, and I think we should get in there early. Get that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Locked in.
Get that done. Yes.
Yeah. So I think, because that would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Especially if we can gauge it in some way of being able to have the car noise in the background.
Oh, that would be good. Certainly better than a whining cat, anyway.
Yeah. Although I think you're getting the brunt of it. The tech is handling it quite well.
Oh, is it helping me out there? Okay.
You did tell the cat to shut up. I could detect a hint of cat, but not too bad. So
yes, the shut up was directed at the cat, not your good self, obviously.
Oh, well, wore off a duck's back. I'm not going to listen to that.
Well, this stage is not make any difference, is it?
No. Yeah, what you like. I'm carrying on.
Yeah.
But what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and get V12s, V10s, V8s, V6s all in the background.
All of the numbers. That would be grand.
All of the numbers.
Yeah.
Crucially, not forgetting flat six, obviously.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. That would be very cool, I think, if we can.
Yeah, no, we should definitely do that. Absolutely. Yeah. learn from last time's issues and make it better.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll attempt that. There'll probably be. It's not like we're going to sit there and do an entire episode, but we'll try and get little snippets.
Yeah,
That's
just
the
a
best
little
way.
bit, here and there, and that can all be edited together. Yes.
That's it. You're at base camp, so if I leave you in charge of the audio, that'd be lovely.
Audio.
Yeah, if you just save them down for us, we'll be laughing then.
I'm sure I can do that. Yes, you won't have a lot of storage available to you there.
No, fairly minimal. I'm not taking a laptop. Fuck that.
Well, they wouldn't survive, would it? Probably. Let's be honest.
Oh no, it'd get beery.
It would. It would.
It would.
Don't be taking your brand new MacBook Pro. That's a bad plan.
No, I'm not paid enough for that. I don't have one of those.
No, that's a good. Yes, it's a bit pricey these days.
Yeah. Thank you, orange one. So the only other sort of outstanding bit for Le Mans is vehicle.
Good question.
Yeah, because the one we were going to take is in bits.
Yes, I did see that. Yes, most unfortunate. Yes, yes.
Yes, it's a problem.
Are you? Is this your subtle way of leading up to ask if you can borrow the jack?
Oh, do you know what? I hadn't thought of that. No, this was where I was going to just finish off the podcast about how to pack very carefully.
Okay.
No. Well, there you go. There's an idea that hadn't even popped into the noggin.
That's planted a thought for you, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah. Because my next thought was, how do we pack carefully and take my car?
That would require some quite impressive packing, but I think you could do it.
Yeah, I think so. The only thing that, the only thing over the years, I've upgraded the gear, so I've got a sturdier, comfier bed, which is great.
Yes.
But in terms of its compact format, is not as compact as you'd want when you were.
Well, neither is either of us. So.
No. This is true. Same to be said for the chair that I like to take camping. That is staggeringly vast to accommodate my vastness as well.
The equipment has expanded and the vehicle has in fact shrunk over the years. Yeah. Is what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah, the gear has expanded. I have expanded, but the car, as you say, has got smaller.
Smaller. Yes.
Well, we'll figure out. I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine.
Every problem has a solution.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but I've got a test run to Silverstone, so I might use my car for that and see what I can
check it out there.
Yeah,
it's whether you're brave enough to take 155,000 mile Jag across the continent.
Well, yeah, be all right. Yes, I'm sure it'd be. I mean, to borrow a Clarkson phrase, what could go wrong?
How hard can it be?
Yeah, all of the words. None of them fine. It'll be all right. But yeah, we'll have a test run for Silverstone.
Yes, see how that goes, and see if the plan needs any revising.
Yeah, let's see what occurs. But yes, Le Mans tickets are here. Not long now. That's the key factor.
Tremendous. And when is the happy date? I don't know.
Do you know what? Do you think they put it on the ticket? But I don't have it.
Oh, that's right. I can look it up.
15th.
14th to the 15th of July. Yes.
No. July. June. There you go.
June.
There you go.
14th, 15th, right. Saturday, Sunday, 14th, 15th of June. Yes, sorry. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely fine.
Yes.
No, that's all good. Okay. Well, that's tremendous.
Isn't it?
Got lots of homework.
We've loaded ourselves up this week, haven't we? Yes, indeed. Only because I didn't do my homework this week, or at least not all of it.
No, that's fair. Okay, well, we've got a few more bits and bobs to do, and we'll have a bit of more Discord action for sort of cars of our youth or cars of other generations of the family. I think that would be quite nice, wouldn't it?
Oh, that'd be good. Yes, I will. I will make sure I've got access to some of those. That'd be great. Yeah.
Splendid. All right. Well, we'll have a look at all that stuff next week, and I will enjoy still remaining in the lead next week.
Well, I think that's probably enough of that for this week. Check us out on all the various social medias and things. Thank you very much for listening.